This is a weapon, dearie. Always has been. And we've also always talked about ABC's hit series, Once Upon a Time. How you doing, Dark One, Marie?
That down.
Take what down? What, this wonderful logo that we have?
Logo. Nobody could see that I looked like the Dark One.
Yeah, and I should mention, too, that I'm Bill Meeks.
Yeah, and I'm the Dark One. See, that's where that was going to go.
You're the Dark One, who's not supposed to be here this week, but
no, I'm not. But I am, so...
Which
Sorry,
is good.
I'm here.
Because we're here to talk about Once Upon a Time.
We are here to talk about Once Upon a Time, and we brought some friends with us.
Yes, we did, because if you don't know, we scheduled Hope Mullinax to be Anne-Marie's replacement. Since Anne-Marie wasn't going to be here.
Replacement.
Temporary
Are you getting
replacement.
rid of me?
Full-time replacement. You're fired.
Oh.
And we also signed up Bobby Hawke, friend of the show, Bobby Hawke, to be our guest. But we figured since we already had the time scheduled and Anne-Marie was going to be here anyway, why not have everybody? So how are you doing, Hope and Bobby?
I'm doing good. I couldn't be as audibly delicious as Anne-Marie.
Yes! Yes!
Yes, over on our other podcast, Legends of Gotham, somebody called Anne-Marie audibly delicious, which I think most people would agree with.
Absolutely.
I'm certainly not, because I have a cold right now.
No, you sound audibly disgusting, but that's okay. We still love you.
We have plenty of people to talk, so it's not a big deal. How are you doing tonight, Bobby?
Pretty good. Same old page, different story.
Nice. I see you've grown out a bit of a beard since the last time I saw you, like myself.
Yeah, it grows pretty quick. A lot of people keep asking me, is it for the No Shave November thing, but it's not November yet, so.
Yeah, that would be a quite an early start on that. Okay, well, let's. I guess we should go ahead and get started talking about this week's episode of Once Upon a Time. Anne-Marie, why don't you go ahead and give us the rhyming summary for?
I am still so sad because I wanted to read the rhyme tonight, and I'm sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not too much, but I'm sorry.
You shouldn't feel because I was half planning on having Anne-Marie call in a voicemail with the rhyme.
No!
Keep continuity.
Okay. Silencio. Rumple and Anna are quite awful playmates, with Rumple tricking her into doing things she hates. Hawke and Emma go out for a meal, but to get back his hand, Killian makes a deal. Is his hand cursed? Can't say for sure. His attitude's bad, though his intentions are pure. The power-leeching hat may prove momentous, all in this week's episode, The Apprentice.
The Apprentice.
You're fired.
Really good one, Bill.
Thank you.
Wasn't
Thank
it?
you.
I really liked it.
I really feel like I've been hitting them out of the park this season so far. So
You've been hitting them better than the episodes, so.
To each their own opinion.
I would have been there with you 2 episodes ago, Hope. But yeah, I mean, we'll get into all that. Let's start. Actually, let's start with the person here in the room with me, Anne-Marie. What did you think of the episode overall? And what does The Apprentice refer to? Because I have no idea.
There was a show called The Apprentice. You don't.
No, the Sorcerer's Apprentice is what it actually is.
Well, yeah, but you got.
I was playing dumb. Go ahead.
Don't play dumb. You don't do it well. You're too smart for that.
Especially when I'm sick.
Yeah, and especially when I don't know that's what you're doing. There were good points. There were bad points.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little ranty in our notes at certain things. But I just started doing bullet point after bullet point after bullet point. Bullet point. But I love Anna. More Anna.
I did notice, I don't know if anyone has this in the notes or not, but I did notice that at one point she had, like, Pixar face. The actress had Pixar face. Like, when she's holding the sword to Rumple's chest, she has, like, the total, like, eye-cocked, like, half-smile sort of thing that Pixar's known for. But, okay, Bobby, what did you think of the episode overall?
I thought it was a really good episode, with the caveat of a little too much Disney reference.
Yeah.
That's been a problem all season so far, though, especially like the Frozen references. It's just been like hitting you. Like, some of them are clever, some of them are not.
The Apprentice turned into a mouse.
What's that?
Apprentice turned into a mouse.
See, I kind of like that.
I liked the mouse.
I kind of liked it.
And then there was a broom walking around the town.
I did not like.
I was fine with it, like, walking in the opening. I thought that was pretty cool, but, you know, a little nod like that. But to actually have the broom walking through and the Fantasia music playing was just a little too much.
I mean, they clearly had to go across town, and no one stopped and went, "Hey, there's Mr. Gold and Captain Hook walking with a broom. It's just another normal day in Storybrooke, apparently."
Also,
Kind of.
It's another normal day in Storybrooke, isn't it?
Okay, Hope, what did you think of the episode overall?
It was my least favorite this season so far, but I liked it more on a second watch. But even then, I probably only liked about 45% of it. It had a lot of great character moments, but the reasons why I try to pick reasons why I didn't think you guys would touch on of why I didn't like it. So in my notes, so.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure we'll get there. First, I guess we'll start with.
But what did you think of the episode?
Yeah.
I have no opinion. I'm not here to share my opinion.
All right,
I'm just
fine.
here to lead the conversation.
All right, bullet point A.
No, I liked it. I thought it was really good. But I definitely liked it better than episode 2, which was probably my least favorite episode this
I
season
recall
so
that being
far.
a bad one as well.
But one of the things I liked the most about it was the fact that we have, well, I guess we have Bad Rumple back, kind of,
Guess who's
maybe.
Back again.
Bottom line, you can't trust Rumple anymore.
Who thought they could?
Like
Did you really trust him?
after his sacrifice with Pan, and that whole journey.
No.
Like I thought, any badness we saw in him the last half of last season was mainly because of the Wicked Witch's influence.
No.
But I wasn't expecting him to go this far back to can you actually trust him or not so soon. Just
After
within a
last
couple
week,
episodes. I guess I could see that. I did enjoy though a couple of the scenes where you really got to see that was kind of like the constant one-upping of the blackmail between him and Hawke, to where it was kind of like this double dagger bluff where well, I'll tell Belle she doesn't have the real dagger, but she does. Prove it. Okay, but you prove that I don't. And so it's like they're kind of painting themselves into a corner here with this blackmail dagger thing. And I did also really enjoy that he had Anna. Anna being, Anna, sorry, the big character from this year's big blockbuster Disney animation movie. I thought they were going to play it pretty safe with her. I didn't think they would take her kind of right up to the same bluff that we saw Snow go up to and cross. When she had Regina kill Korra.
Right.
So I thought it was I never expected them to push any of the Frozen characters up to you have to face your inner darkness kind of
No, but
decision.
that's what made it awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And not only they do it once, they kind of did it twice, or tried to do it twice.
Yeah. And one other thing, like I'm not sure, just because of everything we've seen Rumple go through, and even just that confessional scene by Neil's grave and everything in the first episode this season.
It was crap.
I kind of... Do you think he's manipulating Hawke towards a positive end? Do you think there's anything about this hat that is going to help everybody?
No. He wants all the power in the world. He wants the dagger or the wavy knife thing to not control him anymore.
Yeah, and you got to keep in mind he's a coward. I mean, the power is what he wants to keep himself strong, to keep himself in this position. And even if it is to protect Belle and to not lose anybody else, it's his fallback, cowardly line kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see,
everything changed in the first episode when he saw that mop bucket or whatever. Like, he seemed like he was going totally good. He didn't change the dagger until Belle brought him to that house and he saw the mop bucket.
Oh yeah. Something though, like, do you think? Yeah, maybe the quest for power is his old selfish nature coming out, his old cowardly ways, trying to protect himself and everything. But do you think maybe there might even be like a little small chance that he's amassing all this power because he knows something bigger is coming, that he's going to need his complete autonomy to face? I'm just gonna throw it out.
Blue Fairy's gonna be evil.
He ever gets to come back.
Oh, she filmed
a few like a week ago.
Okay, so we'll see them in like February.
Okay, Anne-Marie, you actually
Let's
wanted
see.
to touch some more on the hat and stuff, right?
Okay, so the hat. I feel like it's going to take him a disgusting amount of time to fill it with enough power as it needs, purely because when it ate the apprentice, because I don't really know how else to describe that, one itty bitty little glowing star appeared, and I mean, obviously we see others. It kind of looks like a galaxy inside.
Well, that was just an apprentice, though. I'd imagine you could get a half galaxy out of it.
Where's the sorcerer?
That was I believe my next thing was, who is the sorcerer and what happened to them? I'm just gonna go through it. I told you I got ranty. When it repeats, if so, the whole hat needs to fill them to be. There'll be nobody left to control because it's going to eat everybody, because everybody in this town kind of has a power.
See, I'm kind of hoping we're going to get kind of the Hook and Rumple Roadshow where they travel magical realms. or maybe something similar to my Sliders idea with Rumple, where Hook and Rumple travel to different realms to capture all the magic.
How are they going to do that? We have no magic beans.
Jefferson could still be in
I
town.
don't want to talk about Jefferson.
You were just egging her on.
Yes.
He has enough of a movie career. He does not need the show.
I'm creating false hope in hope.
Okay, how many Dark Ones have there been? Because we only know of 2, right?
At least 3.
Right.
Because the Apprentice says that every Dark One has tried and failed, and he says that when the second one.
He says that to the second one.
Zozu.
Right. So, but if he's saying every Dark One has tried, I feel like there had to be at least a good handful. Which also means that the Apprentice has been around for a significant amount of time. Not that he was a young spring chicken or anything, but magic.
Well, I mean, he started out as a mouse this tall, and now he was at least that tall with a beard and stuff.
And then he became a mouse this tall.
Yes. What's with Rumple turning everyone into mice, by the way?
What's with him collecting body parts and tears?
Oh, because it's Rumple. I mean, I guess it's better than other things it could be, but...
Yeah, there's in the comic series Fables, the kind of dark one in that series, not really Rumpelstiltskin or anything, but the big dark overlord, he collects teeth. He eats people's teeth to get their power.
That's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Heroes eats the brain.
So it could always be worse.
Okay, well, one last thing with this. So whose house actually had the box? Because since this was a house that nobody had claimed and blah, 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 I think it was Anna and Elsa's house. Because the last place that we have now seen the box was back in Arendelle.
This is true.
But how did it get there? Because they didn't come over with a curse. Sorry, Bobby. Hold on one second. They didn't come over with a curse. She came through a portal.
That we know of.
Okay, one of them came through a portal and the other one is still MIA.
But Bobby, you had something?
Yes, Bobby, go ahead.
I just think it's the sorcerer's house.
You think it's the sorcerer's house?
Yes.
Who do you think the sorcerer is?
Yensid? I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's anyone we haven't. I don't think it's anyone we've seen yet.
You know, they're really hitting up Sydney very hard in the promo, and I think maybe his genie side might be coming in more about it because he was kind of sort of evil, and the next episode's called Breaking Glass, so I think we're gonna see maybe Sydney, and you guys brought up his name's an anagram for Disney. Because how old is Sydney? We don't know how old Sydney is as a genie.
That's very true.
Because
we knew that Cyrus was a few hundred years in Wonderland.
Oh, what was that, Hope? Sorry.
We knew Cyrus was a few hundred years in Wonderland, so how old is Sydney?
Remains to be seen. Okay, Hope, you had some issues you wanted to bring up here.
Yeah, like I said, this wasn't my favorite episode. It didn't go in the direction I thought it was going to go in. With the ending of the flashbacks last week, I thought the Ice Queen was going to take Elsa on as her apprentice and then start manipulating her, and like that was the direction we were going to go in, and so that's where I thought the apprentice was going to be. And then I started thinking about like what my actual issue with this episode was. And I think they're just trying to do one too many stories, and a lot of it is the half-season format, which I've had an issue with for a while. I like and dislike the half-season format at the exact same time, because I like it because it moves the pace. We're getting a lot of stories in. We're touching a lot of bases. But at the same time, we're having a lot of contrived things. Everything's not being developed as well as it would be in a full-season format. Like, if we had this Apprentice story, say, in, like, Season 1 or Season 2, when it was a full season, it would probably be much better developed. It'd be much more detailed. They'd be able to flesh out both the Apprentice and the Frozen storyline. I mean, as well as flesh out like Outlaw Queen and Captain Swan. And so I'm starting to think that the issue I'm having, and I've had this all through Oz, I had it with Zelena, I had it with Neverland, is that they're just not taking the time that they used to fully develop characters and to fully develop thoughts, which leads them to retconning stuff. Like, they did a lot of retconning in Oz with all the time-traveling magic. They totally erased stuff that they did in Season 1. And so it's been an issue of mine forever, since last year, and I really saw it a lot in this episode because everything was just off the wall. There's hats and mice and things are eating stuff, and no one cares about a broom walking through town, and it's starting to get really outlandish, and they're just going, oh, you have to accept it because it's magic. Just accept it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. And I feel like they're dumbing down their stuff for this new Frozen audience when people like us who have been here since Season 1 know that they can do better.
Oh yeah, and I mean, Frozen, especially for me personally, the first couple episodes, it really did feel a little tacked on. But actually, this episode, I thought they, it's very obvious they were two independently developed storylines. They built the hat thing up, and they were going to do that, and then they were like, oh, but we can do Frozen, so let's put them together. And I think it was a mistake to try and throw them both into the same half season, like you were saying, Hope. But at the same time, I also think they've done a pretty decent job kind of stitching the stories together. Although I don't know, the Snow Queen was kind of useless in this episode.
What was that scene with their little ice snail trails? I mean, I kind of wish they would have just stuck to the Frozen stuff, because if they would have brought in Ice Queen and Rumple and focused on that instead and had, like, Rumple, oh, I see you're manipulating this little girl, dearie, what are you doing? That would have been such a much better story. And he's like, I have her sister, you work on Elsa, let's figure out an evil plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it depends, too, on if... I kind of have a feeling that maybe the Snow Queen might play out a little bit longer past the half season. Like, or she might...
I don't think so.
Or something like that. I guess we'll see.
I'm not a fan.
I guess Anne-Marie doesn't like that idea. Bobby, why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit about... you wanted to touch on Henry a little bit, right, Bobby?
Yeah, I mean... Although Hope had the theory that it was going to be about Elsa, I think it was pretty obvious that it was Henry that was going to be the apprentice. But like earlier in the episode, he was almost playing an apprentice to Regina in the vault, trying to help her cure Marion. Then, of course, he's doing the undercover mold with Rumple, and even picked up the broom and started cleaning things at the end, which was... If you notice, the episode actually ended and began with someone picking up that broom and cleaning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I'm like I said about Disney Nuts before. I'm almost expecting Henry to pick up a wand and start ordering a bunch of brooms around the pawn shop, and I don't want to see that.
Do you guys think the whole Heart of the Truest Believer thing is gonna bring out that's like a sign that Henry has magic or something?
Well, yeah, I definitely think that Henry does have some sort of magic or some sort of inherent magical ability just because of the lineage, right?
Right.
He's a mix of like light and dark magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the perfect mix of a light and dark magic.
Skywalker.
Exactly, and they that would make Rumple Darth Vader, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Darth Vader. We obviously don't know ours.
I actually something, and this is my next point. I will go ahead and touch on this, and then we'll take our little break here. But something that kind of struck me in this episode was the inherent evilness that's kind of coming out in Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if he's always kind of been sneaky anyway. I mean, sneaking off to Boston to get Emma and bringing her back and running this whole scheme against his adopted mother and everything with his birth mother. So, I mean, he's always had a bit of kind of orneriness about him, but he seems to be really kind of leaning into and enjoying both Regina's and Rumple's sort of evil proclivities, and he's trying to kind of insert himself into it. And now I'm sure part of that is because Henry... wants to be close to his mother, his grandfather.
Wants to be close to everybody.
But at the same time, I could definitely see Henry taking a darker turn, especially considering how well he did as Panry last year.
Panry.
Evil Henry last year.
Love Panry.
I would almost love to see him show up as a villain.
As his great-grandfather reincarnate. Good.
I don't think he's evil. I think he's just starting to become a teenager, and I've been waiting for this child to, like, between getting kidnapped and almost getting killed by zombies and getting kidnapped again and almost getting killed by Pam. Like, I'm ready for this kid to have, like, night terrors and talk back to his parents and have teenage friends. So, like, I don't think he's evil. I think he's actually just growing up.
But he's technically only, like, 13 or something.
It would be
14,
nice to see him with some friends, though.
It would be nice to, but he's not going to leave any of them because how fun is a bunch of 14-year-olds when you can go on adventures and chase the Snow Queen and do magic?
You could chase the Snow Queen with your teenage friends.
See that ending well, though. Somebody will be...
No, but, like, I never wanted to hang out with my parents that much when I was 13. I wanted to go to the mall and, like, find mischief. So, like, I've been waiting for Henry to, like, step up so much. And he's the only proactive person on the cast right now. Like, he's the only character doing stuff. Everybody else is, like, snowing and dates and ice cream and Ray and dresses. And Henry's like, let's find the author.
Yeah, I was going to say a big part of his motivation, too, is I think he kind of just thinks the whole concept of finding the author is a neat idea. It seems like I mean, even the first time Regina said it, it seemed like a very Henry idea, and his eyes perked up, and like he was all into it. One thing, I have one, like, wild card theory on the author, and then we'll throw it back to Bob because he has one, too, with some casting. But I was thinking because Will was trying to break into the library, getting the book, and he understood
He broke into the library. He climbed through a window.
Yeah. He broke the window. There was broken glass, but I'm saying because he's
I think Hawke threw him through that window.
He did not. They walked away.
Yeah, they separated.
They
like, separated. Right at the end.
He was still on the ground when Hawke walked away.
But what I'm saying is it seems like because he breaks into the library, gets the Alice in Wonderland book, and is flipping through it, holding the picture of the Queen and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe Will doesn't understand the nature of these stories in relation to books and stuff, and if that might not indicate somehow maybe Will's the author, or at least knows him, or was involved with him somehow.
Ooh.
It's just why else would he know? Why else? Because the character as we knew him in Wonderland didn't necessarily understand that relationship between the stories and the real world and all that kind of stuff. I mean, any more so than any other Storybrooke character.
Right.
So I'm wondering if maybe he might have something to do with it. Just something to throw out there. But Bobby, you had kind of a common guess, but kind of a unique casting I wanted you to point out too before we move on.
Yeah, like you said, common guess is that the sorcerer will turn out to be Yensid, but I think Doc Brown would be perfect casting.
Oh yeah, Christopher Lloyd Yensid would
be fantastic.
Pitch perfect. I think you might have mentioned that in a chat a couple weeks ago or something, but I wanted to make sure to get that on the record because I love it. Okay.
Audio of it.
I'm going to play that over and over again for hours and hours tonight.
Yeah, all right, it's not creepy at all.
Now it's creepy.
Yep.
Okay, since it's creepy, we'll take a little break here. We just want to point this out, and this will be the last time we're doing this, and it might not
it has
be
successful.
To be the
last time.
But we're doing some greetings from Storybrooke T-shirt.com/Storybrooke. And we have, let's see here, 6 days and 2 hours left when we're recording this.
6 days, 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 53, 2, 1 seconds.
But recording this on Tuesday night, so we have to sell 30 of them.
We've sold 11.
They won't make any of them. And right now we've sold 11. So we need a miracle. Could that miracle be you?
Yes.
You?
We need a savior.
Or you? Yes, we do.
We need a savior.
I bought mine this morning. Why aren't the rest of you guys buying yours?
Exactly. See, we have Hope pitching in here. And I mean, I definitely understand if you can't. If you don't want one, it hurts my feelings. I definitely understand. But basically...
We'll block you on Twitter.
If you don't want one, then go ahead and promote it. Share it with your friends. Put it on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. You need to share it with your friends and family to other people who won't. If people don't know about this shirt, they won't get it.
I should stick Hope on my dad because he hasn't bought one yet.
See, we need to hire Hope as our marketing person because I have a hard time marketing.
Okay.
There are two reasons to buy this shirt. One, then me and Anne-Marie each have our own Greetings from Storybrooke t-shirt, and you have one too.
And you would have one too. We could have a Greetings from Storybrooke t-shirt party.
Which is our main motivation for running this campaign. And two, Sebastian, who did our great new logo, both the frozen version and the regular version, gets a little scratch in his pocket for helping us out with that. So if you want to check it out, it's teespring.com/Storybrooke. And we do have a couple of little pot sweetener incentives here, too. For one, we did commentaries all over the summer. They were a pretty big hit. People enjoyed them even when they listened to them without the episodes.
So that was awkward.
So we thought if we get this campaign done, we're going to do 2 drinking game style commentaries where we'll print out the best Once Upon a Time drinking game out there, and we'll play it along with these episodes. One for Tallahassee, which is our most hated episode ever. So we'll give it another shot. We'll give it another shot with shots of magic juice. And then one we'll let you guys vote on. And also, if you do order a t-shirt, forward us the invoice. So just send it over, or a screenshot of it over to greetingsfromstorybrooke@gmail.com. And I think Hope has... Hope, show the camera.
Show the nice people at home out there, Hope. Show the nice people.
It's Shadow of the Queen, right?
Yes, it was the comic book produced last year by Marvel. It's Graham's backstory under Regina's rule. I bought one for them, and I will also, they don't know this, add in a bag of our Once Upon a Time teas from Adagio. Blue Fairy was closer to me, but me and Anthony made a Wool Scarlet blend. We made Anna and Elsa. We made Robin Hood. We made about 9 blends over the summer. So I will throw in a bag of tea and your own personal copy of Shadow of the Queen, which is incredibly good, and you get to find out Graham's true love. Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's really good. It's really short. I wish they would do another one. Guys, do a Neverland one. And as a third incentive, you can have a really awesome piece of Once Upon a Time merchandise that not a lot of people have, and you'd be able to have this unique experience and have this shirt that it's yours and special, and you can show your love of the fandom, and you can show your love of Bill and Anne-Marie, because they don't do this for free. They do this for you guys, and because they love you guys, and we want to show how much we love Bill and Anne-Marie too. So please go buy a shirt, guys. It's going to be awesome. If you don't want to buy a shirt, then go promote it on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, make a flyer, do whatever you can.
That's so sweet. That's teespring.com/
It can be your most expensive cleaning rag ever.
If you want to enter to win all that great stuff from Hope, and just help us out with the shirt. Teespring.
And you guys will get to choose which teas. Once you guys pick a winner, just have them contact me, and they can choose. We have about 30 Once Upon a Time teas, so you can choose. I'll say 2. You can choose 2.
Excellent. Yay. Excellent. Yeah, so just send us the screenshot of the invoice at greetingsfromstorybrooke@gmail.com, and we'll pick the winner on episode 100.
And so far, I'm winning this bet because...
Yes. Because you just did an amazing ad for our T-shirt. I like it. I wish we had you on 2 weeks ago. We might have sold them by now.
You don't know, but I plan on doing write-ups for you this week. Oh, I didn't say that.
Okay, let's see here. Anne-Marie, we'll go ahead and continue with your point E here.
My ranty point E?
Yes, your ranty point.
I just ranted this week. Okay.
Teespring.com/Storybrooke. 6 days.
Make it happen. Okay. Mama Snow and Daddy Charming were precious.
They were the best.
Okay, I was like, I feel the haterade gonna come.
No, they were wonderful.
They were so precious because they didn't get to do all this before, so they're taking advantage of it now. And she used a Polaroid camera, so let's just talk about.
And if you watch Snow in the background when she's not speaking, she's just smiling and staring at the picture.
She's glowing like Puss in Boots, the little cat. I love overprotective Charming. It's not like him and Hawke haven't had these conversations, well, in multiple realms at this point.
Yeah.
So that was adorable. I love that Snow was asking all sorts of crazy questions, and that the two of them waited up after the date to find out how it went. It was so cute.
Yeah, I almost, for the hangout for this week's episode, I almost used that picture of Charming just kind of like, Sure. But I didn't.
But you didn't.
On his arms. I'm sorry.
You need your own location. Find your own apartment
Mhm.
somewhere. I don't care where.
Well, wasn't that a big conflict last year when
Yes.
Emma or
Henry
no,
walked in.
David and Mary Margaret remembered who they were and they needed private time.
Yes, because
needed
Henry walked in and they were having private time.
They needed Neil making time.
Oh. But yes, you need your own home. Where is Elsa staying? Is she staying at Granny's? Because I didn't get the impression she's staying at Granny's. She has no other clothes. Can somebody please lend Elsa a pair of jeans and a t-shirt or maybe some pajamas? Who needs to put on a ball gown every day?
Elsa is such a mo.
Queen.
Again, I still didn't get that last time you said it.
A mo?
Yeah.
A chump? A weirdo? No, she's just like...
Let it go, Bill.
Let it go?
Let it go.
Let it go.
It was the corset line that made me think that.
Okay,
That's
see,
what
I
I'm
liked
saying.
the corset line. That was
I
fun.
liked it too, but Elsa's she's such a non-modern person.
Well, she is a non-modern person.
So it makes
her
sense.
land had no magic except her and the trolls. But whatever. The trolls didn't creep anyone out.
And also no electricity, but
Right.
plenty of music.
Plenty of music.
And
snowmen.
Anthropomorphic snowmen who had modern pop culture references under their belt. But that's it.
Okay, Snow, we need a new wardrobe. Can we please? I know that you just had a baby. I know that you're postpartum. I know that it's only been like 2 weeks or something ridiculously stupid. Please at least put something on that fits.
There's a Tumblr user on that finds all their articles of clothing. Snow's outfit this episode was like over $1,000.
Are you kidding me?
No, like each of her sweaters and skirts are like $200, $300, $400+ Belle's skirt, that little star skirt for like the 10-second scene was in, was like $420.
Well, see, that I believe because all of her outfits are very fashionable and the such, which is why I know that there are clothes in Storybrooke that Elsa could be borrowing. But even if these clothes are so expensive and fancy and fantastic, they're not outfitting her Snow right. They're making her look frumpy, which I think is a choice, but it's a bad choice.
Well, I mean...
No, it's a bad choice.
Mama Bear and Marie spoke. Shut up, Bill.
Sorry. I only get to comment on the fashion when we're doing commentaries.
Apparently, yes.
So.
Let's see. My next one was someone give Elsa a clean, less formal outfit. Belle has a closet full of clothes. See, I had this point. Hawke apparently modernized his outfit. What? I'm too loud?
Oh no! You wrote something down here that I noticed, and I was pointing you like, "You go, girl."
Which one?
That Hawke had no guy liner on this episode.
There was no guy liner.
There was no guy liner.
That wasn't my big point. My big point is the fact that he's still wearing leather, and I didn't even notice he was wearing a different costume until they actually said, "Hawke, you've changed your clothes."
Okay, well, my big point is that he was not wearing guy liner.
And that makes
it messed
me sad.
with me.
It
messed
makes
with me.
Well, that's because he sleeps on the docks.
He wasn't the same old Hawke.
Did he not find a stone?
Guy liner or no? Bobby Hawke, what do you think?
No.
Bobby Hawke, not a fan of guy liner. Go ahead, Anne-Marie. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay, Emma looks stupid in the dress. It was not very Emma. She should be in something not flippy. And yes, hope they did look like Sandy and Danny from Grease. And after I read that earlier from your thing, I couldn't get it out of my head when I rewatched it.
The entire date scene, I was just waiting for them to be like, tell me more, did you punch Will Scarlet? Tell me more, 'cause I'm a pirate. Do-wop. Like, I was like waiting for them to like bust out in some doo-wops.
It was horrible. She
Did
didn't
you
look
ride
like
on
Emma.
a boat?
Oh my.
Tell me more. We lost all the beans.
We got back to Snow's. That's where it ends. But I told
going
him
into dark one mode. Don't mind me.
Ghost Wonderland nights.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't need to drink
Anyway,
magic juice.
It was horrible. Someone give them real clothes.
Okay. We're done with our fashion / grief revival here.
Bobby, are we boring you?
I'm fully enjoying everyone right now. I don't even know how to add to this.
Well, it's supposed to be 3-part harmony, Bobby. I hope you had something
You don't want to hear me sing.
you wanted to talk about Anna.
Anna.
Anna, right, Hope?
No, Anna is Anastasia, Bill.
Yes.
I know. Which is a great movie.
Oh, no, I was thinking Anastasia from Wonderland. Well, Scarlett's Anastasia. He called her Anna.
This is true. This is
I
true.
know my little Scarlett. Oh, God, I'm so hungry, sorry. Oh, yeah, so there was one part of the episode that I did really like, and it actually saved a lot of the episode for me. And I wish they would have done more with it, but I really liked Anna controlling the Dark One. Like, that was hilarious, and I wish she didn't give up the dagger so easily, because can you imagine her being like, okay, well, Dark One, let's go on this journey together, and he's just like, fine. Don't you want to hear my jokes, Dark One? Yes, I want to hear all your jokes. like she could have done so much, and at the same time, it could have played on her like inner dark side. Like he could start tricking her. Like, okay, don't you want to give up that dagger? What should we do? Oh, you want to help that poor person? I help them out of their poverty by killing them. Isn't that what you wanted? Like, that could have been a really awesome story to run with when you have like the nicest person and the darkest person together, and like it's like the Odd Couple. Like if they had tea, like Rumple would be like Mrs. Nesbit.
Well, there was kind of one of those moments in this episode. It just when she wished to go back home, like you can just see the flash in Rumple's eye. She didn't say the knife. Like he was very, very excited. Okay, I'm gonna try and speed things up here because we're starting to run a little bit long. Bobby, you wanted to talk a little about some Disney novels, right?
Like I said earlier in the podcast, it's getting a little too much. I mean, I think there was like 3 or 4 in this episode alone. I'm expecting Emma to start calling her bug Herbie.
What you noticed?
Well, I mean, there was the lady in the tramp pasta scene. There was the apprentice Mickey. And then there was, the mouse, and then there was the broom. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. I mean, it's getting, like I said, it's getting a bit too much.
The music has been very Disney this year too.
What's that?
The music has been very Disney this year too.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, some straight out of Disney. The ballroom scene, the Fantasia scene. It's getting too. It used to be little subtle nods. Now they're wrapping it around a brick and throwing it at your head.
Very much so. Like as long as they don't go so far as to bring in literally Mickey Mouse as like a half-season arc or something, I think I'll be okay.
Well, they already had a stuffed animal, Mickey Mouse, in Gold Shop.
Yeah.
Mickey has made his appearance. Andy was a stuffed animal when the little girl was getting adopted from the group home.
And he was a phone in the pawn shop.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Good memories all. Good memories all. Okay, I have a prediction. I'm not going to ask for much comment on this because, trying to speed through here. But here's my prediction for how everything's going to go down with Elsa getting put in the urn back in the past. Basically, the way this episode ended with Anna back home with the hat and everything, I think what's going to happen is Rumple's going to come to try and get the hat back. He's going to get control of it or something, and in order to save Elsa from being sucked into the hat, Anna's going to put her into the urn. Because, the Snow Queen said last week that Anna put Elsa into the urn to kind of sow some seeds of distrust and everything. I think that's how it's going to go down. Is it's going to be to protect Anna or Elsa specifically from the hat. And we'll see how that plays out. I'll pull this out as a YouTube clip if it's right.
Of course you will, because you're all about YouTube clips right now.
I am. Okay, let's see. Amory, you had some quick thoughts you wanted to run down.
Okay, and I'm just going to run through them. Bloody hell! A restaurant other than Granny's, Lady in the Tramp Pasta, the radio saying, dropping to a low 30s near the ice wall. Belle seriously only had one line. I hope that she is looking for work elsewhere. Just saying.
You need to come down here. Bye.
And there it goes. It cost $1,000 because of her clothes. Did we really just follow a walking broom through town? Henry is dressed like Neil in the final scene. From the back. From the back, he actually looks exactly like Neil. Sarah Fisher, why do I feel like that's important? That name sounds really like familiar-y.
Maybe like the Fisher and his wife or something?
I have
Or
no
the Fisher
idea.
and
I
his
tried
wife?
Googling it and I got a bunch of LinkedIn's. So I don't know what Sarah Fisher is.
So if you want to hire the Snow Queen, she's out there. You just need...
Actually, if you want to, you picked up the whole James Whale thing for Frankenstein, we should pay them to figure this out.
Yeah.
Figure it out, people.
Make it happen.
Figure it out, people. Okay, Hope. Let's keep moving. Keep moving.
Yes. I'm gonna go. I'll go through this really fast. I went to way more detail on my own blog, and so if you want to know more, then yeah. But I think the Royals and the good guys are starting to get really out of control. I noticed it last week that with Snow as the mayor and David as Emma and Emma as the sheriffs, they don't have to listen to anybody. And I noticed it again with the Knave of Hearts this week. They are the police, they are the judge, and they are the jury, and they all have done terrible things. Like, they've all hurt people and killed people. Sheriff is the worst ever. He assaults people. He does not get warrants. He breaks and enters into cars. And they pick and choose who gets to go free and who doesn't. Because Hawke attempted murder on Belle. He is clearly a bad guy. Like, he's done all these terrible things. But Hawke is allowed to walk free after attempting murder on Belle because he's the love interest. And Emma says so. But Will steals a book and he goes to jail. Like, there's no one for these good guys to answer to, and they are the law enforcement. They are, like, they pretty much get to choose what comes and what goes. And I'm sitting here going, season 1, they clearly had democracy. They should have another election to choose who could be mayor, or have Regina come back and being like, whoa, what is happening in my town? Because Mayor Mills got stuff done in this town. Marie.
It was Snow's curse, which automatically makes her the mayor because they straight up said, no, you're the mayor now, you cast the curse.
But that's dumb. Like who?
And Regina basically said, it's yours now. She said, I don't want it.
But I mean, that they have no one to answer to. Like, they're letting the Dark One run wild. They're letting Regina go free. They're letting Hawke go free because they're the love interest. But Will steals a book and he gets jail time.
Look, he broke into the library.
He stole a book. Hawke attempted murder.
No, and was inside the library. And
Hawke attempted murder.
I'm just saying!
Because he's the love interest, Hawke gets away with it. And because Gold is their magical help desk, so he gets to run around free. I mean, they are the final say of everything. And what I'm saying, I just want someone to be like, hey, this isn't quite right. Don't we get to choose this?
They don't want to.
One way they could do that would be to rewrite the storybook. Bobby, you had some points you wanted to make towards that end before we wrap up here.
I thought it would be cool if they actually succeed in changing the storybook, because then the next arc could be them like traveling to the different lands, having to fix the stories, put right what once went wrong.
Oh, so sort of like a quantum leap.
Yeah. Every day I sing that, or sing the theme song, say that opening thing in my head every day. I used to pretend I was like a person leaping in and out of time.
Awesome. You can actually sing that theme song. You just have to make sure to say it exactly like that lady said it at the beginning. Dr. Sam Beckett. Something.
That took this quantum leap accelerator and vanished. He awoke to find himself trapped in the past, facing mirror images that were not his own and driven by an unknown force to change history for the better.
Nice. Very nice. I don't think we could end on a higher note at all. Let's see here. Arbitrary scale. Okay, and I'll start with Hope. Out of 1,024 of Mickey Mouse's whiskers, how many of Mickey Mouse's whiskers would you give this episode?
Whatever is 45% of Mickey's whiskers, and maybe like a snippet of a tail.
That'd be like 454 or something. Why?
Well, I mean, like I said, it was my least favorite. I think they're trying to do too much. But at the same time, originally in my first watch, I gave it like a 25% of liking it. But on a second watch, I caught more of the character moments, and I liked it a lot more. It just wasn't my favorite. Sure. I thought it was ridiculous.
Okay, Bobby Hawke, 1,024 of Mickey Mouse's whiskers. How many whiskers you give it?
833.
833. Why?
I thought it was a pretty good episode, but I do agree with some of the points that Hope was saying, that if it was a good episode, but if you actually sat down and started thinking about it in relation to previous seasons or whatnot, it's rather obvious that, that, like Hope said, they kind of just throw away whatever they feel like throwing away, and you kind of just gotta sit down and not think about the episode, and it's good.
Yeah, I'm still not over them retconning Jefferson.
And you never will be.
Nope.
Anne Marie, out of 1,024 Mickey Mouse's whiskers, what do you give it?
976.
976. Why?
Because I really liked it.
Why?
Because I love the Anna and Rumple stuff. Like, absolutely, positively loved it.
Mm-hmm.
We got classic Rumple. We got a lot of character with Anna,
Mm-hmm.
of both sides of the coin, with her, being good and being not so good. Yeah.
Liked it?
I liked it. Whatever.
You're totally allowed to like it.
I do like it. It's just like I'm alone in my principles over here.
I would actually.
No.
I liked the episode.
Oh yeah, it was a good episode. In fact, I would give it 901 whiskers out of 1,024.
Oh, okay.
Is anyone gonna ask me why?
Why?
It was cool. I liked it.
Really? You pull and you dig and you pull and you dig. It was cool.
It was neat.
Neat.
I liked when they did.
Cool. It's cool, guys. There was like Mickey and shit in it.
This wavy knife thing. I liked the wavy knife thing.
Yeah, it was. No, it felt. I think more like a once episode than any other this season,
Yes.
and I thought it was. It finally got the balance right with the Frozen stuff for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure. Obviously, we have everyone on this panel who disagrees with me on that. But, But overall, I thought it was a really, really good episode. Now, let's see here. We're going to let Bobby and Hope go. I think Hope might stick around, though. But Bobby, where can people find you online?
Same place as always, at Inevitable Hawk. Some days I'm more active than others, but either there or calling into you guys every week.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, always leads the voicemail section, except for this week. But Legends of Gotham, I think he does, too.
Yes.
Okay, and Hope, where can people find you?
I just launched my website. It's geekygirlexperience.com. So woo! I also have a podcast called Hope of All Trades, and my Twitter is Hope Mullinax.
Excellent. Okay, well, we'll let you guys go, and we're going to play a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back with some news and some letters to finish up
We have
here.
a commercial. This is weird.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's only 38 seconds.
Okay, good.
The teenage hero hunted on the run. A titan falls, a familiar hand pulls the gun. A key to his past may soon appear, a day on the water, a night ruled by fear. Mystery, revelations, and murder beware. Danger on Liberty Pier.
Dog Boy. Danger on Liberty Pier, a new Dog Boy adventure by Bill Meeks. Buy it today at dogboyadventures.com/store.
And you can pick it up there. The reason I played this and I pointed out is because Danger on Liberty Pier is free on Amazon this week. So I thought people might want to check it out. If you want to pick it up for free, just go to bit.ly/Liberty Pier. It's my book. Full disclosure. I like it, though. I thought it turned out nice. Now, on to the news.
News. The only reason I stuck around.
Just for the news. Okay, let's see here. First up, we have the ratings as we normally do. Once Upon a Time matched last week 7.9 million with a 2.7 share. And ABC notes the series is up 11 and 29% year over year.
Which is really good because they
Definitely.
were typically trending down a little.
And something I'm just going to mention very briefly here, I don't even have a story to source it, but apparently Nielsen, because here, I'll go ahead and mute Bobby here, but Nielsen has been in a little bit of trouble here because I guess for the past year or so their rating system hasn't been completely accurate. So we might be seeing some weird changes to both this show and the other show that we'll talk about over there too. But just something to keep in mind.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was
in
weird.
our favor.
I think it's just they're just inaccurate numbers. So I'm not sure if they're inaccurate,
Trending
good
in
or
either
bad.
direction.
Yeah. So I'm sure more will be coming out about that in the coming weeks. I know some people are already a little stressy about it. Okay. Next up here we have a promo for Breaking Glass. So we'll go ahead like we normally do and play this without showing it to you and describe what's happening.
Oh, this is my favorite. And there's Sydney.
Sydney in the mirror.
I'm trying to see it on your tiny screen.
Let's see here. Terror rules the night.
Oh,
and it
the
looks
Halloween
like
episode.
Regina and Emma are
What the heck
teaming
is
up,
that
and
thing?
there was
Wait,
like
who
a
was that?
Dragor from
Who was that?
Skyrim.
It's not a real Halloween episode without Whale.
I
in
don't
the
know.
woods, and people snaking in snow,
Oh, that's an old outfit.
and they're going to build a snowman.
Did
is
she
what
really just say we're going to
she
build
said.
a
Want to build a snowman, Elsa?
What's that?
Go
Do
back.
you want to build a snowman?
Wrong way. Wrong way.
Okay.
Keep going.
This guy?
Well, that's interesting. But
Hold on, we're looking.
For the people who can't see your tiny screen, explain what you're looking at, Anne-Marie.
I'm trying to make him find it. There was somebody that I didn't recognize. And of course it's not on any of the thumbnails that YouTube is giving us at the moment.
Yeah, I don't see anything. The most I see is this
Well,
guy
that thing
I can
is kind of crazy too.
show here. Yeah. That looks like one of the enemies from Skyrim.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But,
or like one of the Shadows of Colossus or something.
Definitely. Okay, and let's see here. You know what? This might be. I know we normally don't care about spoilers. This might be a little too spoilery even for us.
No.
Because I think it reveals the identity of the Snow Queen in how she relates to Emma. But there's a press release for Breaking Glass. You might want to check out. You can get that at the show notes at greetingsfromstorybrooke.com.
I should have read this ahead of time. Now I'm really.
Spoilers.
But for next week, as always, we always like to hear what you thought about the episode. We don't have a lot of feedback this week because we have to do 2 podcasts tonight. My throat's already messed up, so we don't want to spend too much extra time reading. But you can always email us, greetingsfromstorybrooke@gmail.com. Run to your computer, especially if it's in another location, like if you have to run across the street with moving traffic, probably best. Tweet us at GFStorybrooke.
Yes, please.
The Facebook is facebook.com/greetingsfromstorybrooke. And the voicemail number, which we pretty much always play, is 424-274-2352. Again, that's 424-2. Play them, except when they come in while we're recording the episode.
Which has happened a lot lately.
And is what happened with Dave from Michigan last week. But we'll play his original voicemail and then the follow-up. So here's the original.
Hey, Bill and Anne-Marie. This is Dave from Michigan. I'm calling with a comment and a question. My comment is, I am loving this season so much. I feel like it's the best that it's been since season 1. Because for me, season 2 and season 3, it felt like Emma Swan and her super friends. So I'm glad that this is coming back to a more ensemble cast. Now, my question for you is this. Henry said, when he came back with all of Regina's supplies from the vault, he says, Mom, you really got to clean that place out. Now, I don't know if that was just a throwaway line or not, but generally, something like that it leads to something coming back in 4 or 5 episodes that we learn. What do you guys think could the vault have that would cause this line would be leading us to think about or to not expect to happen when it shows up the next time they go to the vault? Talk to you soon, guys. Love it. Love the show.
Thank you, Dave. And as far as the question, I don't know. There could be anything down there.
We know that chorus stuff is still down there.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of chorus stuff. And I mean, so any man or anyone's heart that they might need, or,
Chorus stuff is down there, and she was in Wonderland, so it might have a tie-in with the Knave of Hearts.
This is very true.
Let's we both point. It's like
yes,
we synchronize.
we hold our fingers up and say yes, hope. Okay, but in the whole, I know that's about last week's episode. The whole reason we play it is so we can play up this follow-up that came about, I think, 6 hours or so later.
Hey, Bill and Anne-Marie, it's Dave from Michigan again. I'm calling this time because now I've listened to the podcast that I didn't realize was already up when I called my first feedback in. I just wanted to say something in defense of Elizabeth Mitchell to Anne-Marie, and it's a theory of mine. I agree that she seemed a little vacant, a little emotionless. Could that be because she doesn't have a heart right now? Just a thought.
Just a thought, Anne-Marie. What do you think?
Still don't like her.
But I have to say,
No one has a heart.
you didn't like Anastasia either in Wonderland in your first Greetings from Wonderland episodes, and you grew to love her. So keep an open mind.
This is very true.
I keep an open mind, but Anna, whatever her name is at this point, she started to have personality. So hopefully Elizabeth Mitchell's character will have a little bit of emotion.
Yes.
And energy.
And I'd imagine that'll build as her character's revealed more too.
Yes, next week looks promising.
Speaking of next week, after you're done watching the episode, you need to run out into traffic. Then you know what? You can just use your smartphone. Email us greetingsfromstorybrooke@gmail.com. Tweet us @GFStorybrooke. The Facebook is facebook.com/greetingsfromstorybrooke. And the voicemail number is 424-274-2352. Again, that's 424-274-2352. Now, Anne-Marie, where can people find you online?
You can find me on the Twitters @AMDeSimone and @CCHCblog for my blog, crunchycrafty.com.
Excellent. And as for me, you can find me on Twitter @Bill Meeks, and Google Plus is google.com/plusBillMeeks. And you'll want to sign up there if you want to be notified when we go live with the podcast. And I guess I'll dogboyadventures.com or bit.ly/libertypier if you want to pick up the second Dogboy book for free.
Do it.
And you can also, like I said, get the show notes, all the information about the show at greetingsfromstorybrooke.com. Now we should probably rush because we have another podcast to record.
That's what I'm trying to post now.
Can I end on a joke?
Okay.
End on a joke. Do it.
All right. So what's Elsa's favorite song?
What's Elsa's favorite song?
Hey Ya by Outkast, 'cause it's ice cold. All right.
Until next time,
Greetings from Storybrooke.
Okay, and anyone watching the live stream, we will be going live with Legends of Gotham in just a couple minutes. Just watch Legends of Gotham Twitter, Facebook, all that.
That's what I'm doing now.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.